A sudden blackout swallows the skyline. Neon flickers out. Streetlights die. The world holds its breath. A faint hum lingers, like something ancient waking. In Ellie's bedroom, it is night time. The sudden blackout jolts her awake. A candle ignites on its own, her mother's magic. The flame stretches unnaturally, bending toward. She rouses a trembling hand. Would her mother do this? She is only used to her mother's healing and gentle magic, nothing scary like a blackout. The flame responds to her hand growing brighter. Ellie pulls back frightened. Ellie whispers, "What?" Ellie jumps back and lets out a small gasp as a shadow moves across her bedroom wall, though nothing stands there. In the morning, Ellie slowly got out of bed, still cautious as to what happened last night. Soft daylight poured into their kitchen as Ellie Saturday, her mother, had already prepared her breakfast, a breakfast sandwich and tea. Ellie sits at the table, staring at her fingers. A spoon on the table trembles, then lifts slightly. Ellie gasps, dropping it. Her mother watches from the doorway with eerie calmness. "It's begun," her mother says. "What has?" Ellie questions. Her mother steps closer, placing a worn leather-bound book on the table, "Your Inheritance." Ellie hesitates, then opens it. Inside, symbols, spells, notes written over generations. "You're saying this is real?" Ellie says. "You come from a long line of witches. And now you must choose." "Choose what?" Her mother's face tightens. "What kind of witch you'll be." Her mother takes her to a hidden clearing deep in the woods. The air hums with energy. Ellie steps cautiously, clutching the book. Two figures emerge from opposite side. On one side, Lumen, her new mentor along with Nock, is radiant, calm with eyes glowing gold. On the other, Nock's shadow-wrapped, sharp eyes like embers. Ellie freezes between them. Lumen begins to speak. "You've awakened." Nock smiles and says, "Took you long enough." "Who are you?" Ellie asks. "I am light, healing and truth," answers Lumen. "And I am darkness, power and freedom," Nock says after Lumen. They circle her slowly, like opposing forces pulling at her soul. Lumen gestures towards the clearing behind Ellie. A soft glow spreads across the clearing. A wounded owl appears in his hands. Its wing is broken. He touches it. Light flows. The wing heals instantly. The bird flies free. Lumen says to Ellie, "With light you can mend what is broken. Cure illness. Ease suffering." Ellie watches, awed. Nock steps forward. He lifts his hand. The air darkens. Visions flicker. People arguing, leaders manipulating, lies spreading. The world thrives on ignorance, on control. Nox clenches his fist. The visions shatter. Nox speaks to Ellie. "With darkness you can bend it. Shape it. No more being powerless." Ellie swallows hard.
Why have you chosen me?
Ellie asks. "Because you can tip the balance." Lumen answers. "Because you haven't been broken yet." Nox clarifies. In a vision casted by Lumen, Ellie stands in the middle of a frozen city. A child coughs violently nearby. A woman cries over unpaid bills. A man shouts angrily into his phone. The world feels heavy. "You could heal them," Lumen says. Ellie steps toward the child. Her hand glows faintly. The coughing stops. The mother looks relieved. Ellie smiles, hopeful. The scene shifts. The same street, but darker. People argue. News screens flash fear. "Or you could control what they see," Nox says. "What they believe." Ellie raises her hand. The noise dims. Faces soften. Conflict dissolves. But their eyes go empty. She lowers her hand, unsettled. Back at the forest clearing, Ellie steps back, shaken. "Neither of those felt right," she says. "That's because you're afraid." Nox elaborates. "That's because you're human." Nox adds to the conversation. Ellie could feel the anger growing in her spirit. "Why does it have to be one or the other?" she says. Silence. The wind stirs. "Because balance is a lie." Nox clarifies. Because power demands clarity. Lumen defends. Ellie grips the book tightly. Or maybe it demands responsibility. Ellie declares. Both figures pause. Light can heal, but it can also control what good means. Ellie continues. She looks at Lumen. And darkness can free people, but it can also trap them in fear. She looks at Nox. I don't want to choose a side. I want to choose people. A pulse of energy ripples outward. The ground trembles. You think you can wield both? Nox asks. No one ever has. Lumen responds. Ellie closes her eyes. Her breath steadies. Light flickers in one hand. Darkness coils in the other. They resist each other at first, like fire and water. Then, they begin to merge. Not perfectly, not peacefully, but together. A surge of energy bursts from Ellie, knocking Lumen and Nox back. The clearing glows in a strange twilight, neither light nor dark. Something new. Ellie, trying to catch her breath, speaks. I don't need to be one or the other. She opens her eyes. They glow, both gold and ember. Back at home, the blackout begins to lift. Lights flicker back on, not harsh but softer, warmer. People pause, looking around. Something feels different. In a hospital room at night, a sick patient lies in bed. Ellie stands nearby. She raises her hand. Light flows, gentle, careful. The patient breathes easier. Ellie smiles, but doesn't overdo it. She steps back. In an alleyway, a group argues heatedly. Ellie watches from the shadows. She doesn't control them. Instead, she whispers. A subtle shift, calm spreads. The tension eases naturally. Choice remains. Back at the forest clearing, dawn begins to bloom. Lumen and Nox stand together now, watching the horizon. Smiling gently. She didn't pick. Nox speaks to Lumen. No, Lumen states. She changed the rules. In Ellie's bedroom, dawn begins to filter in through her window. Ellie sits by her window. A black cat watches her from outside. She meets its gaze. For a moment, it feels like it understands everything. The cat blinks. Gone. Ellie looks at her hands. Power still hums beneath her skin. But quieter now. Controlled. Human. Ellie speaks softly. Let's do this right.